I have the fall favorites tag. I was tagged by my girl Andy from the Green Queen, so I decided that that's what I'm going to do today. I don't know how interesting my answers are going to be because technically Arizona, we don't really have that much of a fall. It sort of goes from summer to like a little bit less hot of a summer, and then it sort of goes right into like winter. There's maybe like a 1 week where we could consider it fall, and the leaves don't even change colors until like December. So I don't really have a lot of like fall specific favorites. Like, so these are just the things that I like to use maybe sort of around this time of year, or things that have become my favorites to use this around this time of year, or you know, stuff like that. So the first one is Fav Fall Candle. So, and I didn't actually start burning candles until pretty recently, but one that I like that's sort of more fall appropriate is this one that I got from Red Flower. Red Flower NYC. It's the Wanderlust Little Flower Candle. They have two different sizes. They have these tiny ones, which are the little flower candles, and then they have the petal candles, but they're a lot bigger and they're a lot more expensive, obviously. This one just has sort of like a really like sort of woodsy, like old, it's really hard to describe a sense for me, but I love this one. I keep it in my office, and it sort of has sort of like an old-timey, it sort of has like an old shop sort of like smell to me. I really like this one, and this one says it has a 15-hour burn time, and I've burned it a couple of times so far, and I haven't actually gotten that far down, so I do really like that this one is sort of more of like a slow burner. If I had a candle this size in any other brand, I probably would have burned through the whole thing by now, so I definitely am going to look into buying the bigger size of this one to keep it sort of more for the winter. But I do really love this candle. I mean, I'll burn anything, any time of the year. I'm still burning like flower scented candles, like rose scented candles from like Valentine's Day, but I like this one. I think this one is pretty fall. It's pretty fall appropriate. I do have a coupon for Red Flower that I got at the Indie Beauty Expo that I'll leave down below. And I also like that each one of their candles comes with its own set of matches, which is always handy because sometimes you don't have matches or a lighter. So there's that one. The next one is Fav Fall Lip, I guess. And mine again is the one that I'm wearing right now. And this one actually is Unpinkable from the Red Apple Lipstick Summer Collection. I find though that this is pretty fall appropriate, even though it is sort of like a bright color, because it's sort of like a muted, like hot pink, darker color. It's not as bright as Mix and Mingle, but it's still, I still feel like it's pretty fall appropriate, and it's something that I'll wear, I mean, not only in the fall, in the summer, but all year round, because it's one of my favorite colors. It's probably like my #2 favorite color from Red Apple lipstick. So Unpinkable from Red Apple is definitely my favorite fall lip. So, and the next is Fav Fall Blush, and again, I'll sort of wear all colors all times of the year. I don't really care about the seasons. Like, I'll still wear a bright pink blush or, you know, whatever. I don't really base my makeup decisions on the season, but I do really like this one, and I think this one again would be pretty fall appropriate depending on how heavy you put it on. But this one is the Antonym Baked Blush in Rose. It is like, I'm wearing this one again today too. You can definitely layer this one on so it's like a bright pop of pink, or you can do it more muted and subtle so it seems like it's a more darker, like rosy pink. And I also think it depends on which of these marbleized colors you pick up. That sort of depends on the color of the blush. I try to get like a good mixture of all of them, but there's definitely some like darker spots in here that could definitely, if you pick up those ones more than some of the lighter spots, you can get like a darker blush. So I definitely think this one is another all year round but also fall time appropriate blush, and it's one that I've been wearing a lot. So the Antonym Baked Blush in Rose is definitely my favorite fall blush. So next is Favorite Fall Drink, and I don't drink coffee, so I don't really get into like the whole pumpkin spice latte thing or any of the chais or any of that stuff. Because I don't drink coffee, so I don't care for that stuff. So the only thing that I drink is water, juice, and I'm drinking it today. I can drink it like every day, is just black tea. It's unsweetened iced black tea is my favorite drink. This is the Java, or the Java, I don't know. It's the one you can get at Costco. It's like 12 pack for $12 or something. But I love unsweetened black tea. It's just my favorite thing to drink other than water. So unsweetened black tea is my favorite fall drink. So the next is favorite clothing item. Favorite fall clothing item? I don't know. The only thing that I could think of that I like to wear when it starts to get cold, so pretty much the moment it hits 79 degrees, I put these on and I live in them from the time it hits 79 degrees until about March when it starts, you know, when it gets back up into the 80s. And that's these like really beat up, really old, really kind of gross, like faux UGG things I have going on. They've seen better days because I've had them forever. I got these on Groupon like years ago. Yeah, like the last place I went, they definitely need like a wash or something. But they're from NYU, New Yoka. I have no idea. I got them on Groupon like years and years and years ago for like 40 bucks or something. But they're all faux. They're, you know, kind of hideous, but I mean, they're so comfortable and I just like, I live in them. That's the only shoe I wear. Basically, I have two different shoes that I wear. I wear flip-flops in the summer and like when it's hot, and I wear these boots any other time of the year. I hardly wear anything else. Like if I have to dress up, I'll wear other shoes. Like I have like dress flats and stuff like that. But basically those are my two style of shoes and I live in them all year round. Like I don't know how to dress like an adult. I dress like a teenager, seriously. I don't know how to dress like an adult. I've tried. I do not know how to do it. So that's my favorite clothing item. My favorite fall movie, again, I don't really have like specific things that I like to watch at certain times of the year. I just like to watch whatever. Lately we've been watching a lot of like HBO and like new movies and stuff. I haven't put on any of like my older movies, but my favorite movie of all time is the Mummy, the 1999 like Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz version. That's my favorite movie of all time. I can like recite the thing from heart. I've seen it hundreds of times. And I haven't watched it in a while, but I'll definitely have to put it in tonight now that I've talked about it. But that's my favorite movie. I'll watch that any time of the year. I'll watch it over and over again. I just never get tired of that movie. I don't know why. I love that movie. So there's that. And then my favorite TV show, or favorite fall TV show, again, I don't have TV. We only have Netflix, and then we got HBO Now. We got HBO Now, so we pay for just the HBO channels and then we could watch them online or on Apple TV or whatever. But I guess for fall, like my favorite fall TV show right now, I guess it would be The Leftovers because it started over again. I can't say Walking Dead, even though I do like that show, because I can't actually watch this season as it happens because I don't have cable. So I end up catching them a year later on Netflix. But The Leftovers on HBO just started over again, and it's got, what's his name? Justin Thornton, or whatever his name is, the one that just married Jennifer Aniston, the one that just married her. I like that show. The season 1 was really good. There's only 2 episodes of season 2 out so far, and it's okay. It needs to pick up a little bit though, but I'm excited to see. Hopefully it gets better. So that's my favorite show right now, is just The Leftovers, because I don't watch anything current other than if it's on HBO. So, and then the next is favorite Thanksgiving food, or just, yeah, favorite Thanksgiving food. I guess my favorite would be biscuits, because I love biscuits. I was thinking about biscuits earlier today before I even wrote down what my favorites for this tag were. And I haven't had bread in a little while. And I was definitely sitting there thinking like I'm craving like a really big fluffy biscuit. So biscuits are definitely my favorite. I eat like 3 or 4 of them over Thanksgiving, and then I always regret. And then of course I always regret it later, but they're always so delicious, and my biscuits are always really good. Yeah, so biscuits are my favorite Thanksgiving food. And then Halloween costume. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in years, and the only time I did recently, which was like 4 years ago, was because I got invited to somebody's house for like some sort of Halloween party, which was supremely uncomfortable. But I guess my favorite of all time was that last time that my husband and I went to this party, and we dressed up as Fruit Ninja. So my husband was the ninja and I was the fruit. I was a banana. I don't have any pictures, of course, and we've long gotten rid of the costumes, but we went as Fruit Ninja, and that was kind of fun. So I guess, you know, that's it. So I am a pretty boring person. Since we don't really have a fall here, it's kind of hard to have like fall specific favorites, but those are my favorites. Those are the things I sort of love around this time of the year, or things that I think, you know, can look good all year round. So I'm going to tag a few people down below that I want to see do this tag, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.